It's all about you being aware of the glory that you've won for your city and knowing that there's more glory to win.
And from a practical standpoint, as the city rating increases, you will gain what's called Realm Pride, which is effectively a persistent buff that's applied to you. Your experience gain will be more efficient within your home territory if your city rating is high. If the city rating is low, those buffs will obviously decrease as your pride decreases as well.
So that's city rating. We're going to talk a bit now about capturing cities.
Capturing cities is really the end game. It's the thing that you're looking to do if you're playing our game. It's the end of the RVR campaign is going inside of the enemy's capital city. The sky turns blood red. All of those wailing and screaming, gnashing of teeth, beating of breasts, sinking of boats, all of those great monuments that you were attracted to sort of on a tourism level are now available to destroy. And so all the same things that you would be drawn to as a friendly player, you would be drawn to as a hostile player. You want to come in and you want to destroy them because as a result of, it not just being a cool thing to do, you are also removing utility from the enemy faction. You're basically putting the trash back in the streets. You're removing extra functions from those cities that were sort of additional benefits on top of the services.
So you can see here the guards are starting to go crazy. They're running up to defend key
People
points.
Are cowering.
So if you're an enemy player coming in here, you're able to kick down doors, you're able to smash open crates. Sometimes you'll kick open the door to a house and there'll be defenders in there and you'll need to fight them off. Sometimes it'll be empty, sometimes you'll find gold. It's quite unpredictable and it resets every time you go in. So it should be a new experience every time you go.
So that's a much faster version of the presentation because hopefully we won't get cut off 10 minutes in the Q&A.
Yeah.
Questions?
Does your rating go down when the city's being attacked?
Yes. What basically happens is the city rating will increase until the city becomes contested. You don't immediately reduce back down to 1. Currently we have ratings 1 through 5, but that's one of the things that we'll be testing during beta. So if we are a rank 5 city and invaders come in and we're actually able to repel them relatively quickly, we'll probably only drop down to 4. If, on the other hand, we're really, really unsuccessful at defending the city, or we just don't bother, the city's going to be dropped all the way down to rank 1. All of the additional facilities are going to be destroyed. All the player monuments are going to be destroyed. And we're going to have to do all the work necessary to bring that city back up to rank 5.
Is this change from the normal, peaceful city to the contested one? Is it gradual or just, like instance or something?
The change from peaceful to contested, what you'll basically be told is, as a player, so let's say you're anywhere in the zone, you'll be told the city is under attack. You'll be given messages in the client that basically say, Altdorf is under attack, go home and defend. And then there are additional things you have to do, scenarios to engage in that are effectively defensive scenarios. There are additional sort of RBR encounters that will dictate whether or not the gates have been destroyed, more or less. And once the gates are down, then there are additional things that the invading forces have to accomplish that gate access to different things within the city. So again, let's say it's a rank 5 city, everything's available. You're going to have to fight your way inside, and you're not just going to get to run directly to Karl Franz and fight him. You're actually going to have to fight through the successive segments of the city to provide different types of defenses. So, for example, the artillery support that the Bright Wizards College provides, or the on-the-ground sort of healing and defensive support that the Sigmarite Temple is going to offer. You're going to have to go one by one and take out those different facilities before you can fight your way all the way to Karl Franz. So it really isn't like a switch flips and now it's Disneyland for the bad guys.
But in terms of graphics,
in terms of graphics, initially the only thing that you're going to notice that changes is you'll get a message that says that the city is under siege, and the Sky Dome, what we call the Sky Dome, will turn red.
You get some audio as well.
You'll get some ambient things that will indicate that the city is under attack. The behavior of NPCs will change, but because each of the things that happens in the city is basically controlled by player actions, the buildings don't just catch on fire automatically. You have to go and light that building on fire. You have to go to the Sigmarite Temple, you have to fight your way inside, kill everybody, burn it to the ground. So no, it's not an instantaneous, and now everything's on fire.
Only the sky.
Only the sky. And that's really to give a really obvious indicator. Oh, I've logged in, the sky is red, I should probably go and help the
If you're stuck in a city when it's attacked, does it force PvP? Are you able to either stay there and not PvP or
you don't have the option to sort of belligerently stand in the streets and go, I am unkillable, but you're given the option to leave. You can exit a city, and when a city is attacked, and even if a city is completely demolished down to rank 1, what effectively opens up is like a black market refugee camp, black market, all the basic stuff that is available to you remains available to you, but sort of at a cost. So whereas before you would have had an auction house, you now have to pay black market prices for things. So goods and services will be slightly more expensive. But you don't lose access to trainers, you don't lose access to items in your own vaults, you don't lose access to any of those things. The intention is not to be a punishment that's overwhelming. It's essentially you earn benefits by ranking up your city and you lose those benefits by running.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking about diehard PvE players that for some reason decide they want to play war anyway.
That's one of the challenges that we've had to kind of look at in terms of developing the game is what do you do about diehard PvE players? And one of our fundamental beliefs is they need to be brought into the fold of cooperation and competition. They need to be introduced to it in a way that makes sense to them, that they have a positive interaction with it, and that they understand that this isn't a uniformly negative thing. It's sort of an unfortunate circumstance of the way that online gaming kind of came about, that people quite rightly in a lot of ways associate player versus player interaction with irritation, when in fact the intention is that it's competitive, it's challenging, and it's fun. And so we do introduce you through the questing system specifically to things that ideally will progressively sort of introduce you to RBR. We call them green, yellow, and red quests. A green quest is a PvE exclusive quest. You're not involved in interacting with players at all. You stay in what we refer to as a safe territory, which is just a PvE flag zone. A yellow quest will be one where, again, you're doing exclusively PvE things, collection or monster killing, but you're forced into an RBR territory to do it. And then the red quests are actually, you're sent into an RBR area to kill other players. And the idea there is by introducing it progressively, that we're hopefully acclimating PvE players to the fact that there is something to do here, there is something that's compelling here, there is something that's interesting here. It's the same challenge you face with casual gamers who maybe don't like dealing with guilds and those sorts of things. One of our overarching intentions is to try and help to address those players and show them that there is another way.
You talked about the fact that PvE also helps the war effort.
Yes.
Let's say I'm in a PvE guild. Now my round is attacking and sacking outward. Am I able to run in with my PvE guild and help out?
Yes.
Okay.
Basically, once that city opens up, once that city has initially become contested, there's a window of opportunity for everybody who wants to go in and take part in the sacking of the city. And obviously, that's
without actually fighting another player.
Right, because at that point you've actually fought your way through a lot of the players, and the gates are effectively open. Now, if you run into the city, you may have to actually fight human defenders. So if you run into the city with the intention of engaging in a PQ, and there is actually a human force that's there to repel you, you have to fight through those players to get to the PQ. There isn't a way around it.
Basically, everybody in the city is...
Hang on one second, I'll step back.
Yeah. You said that the Sigma temple is only open to people that are in games. Can we expect the right without knowledge to be only open to right without players?
No, those temples are not restricted to players of a specific career or anything of that sort, but there will be special quests and so forth that individual careers will be driven to those sort of iconic locations, but there will be things to do for people of any career in any of those major landmarks, and actually on both sides. So there will be sort of friendly activities to engage in, quests to go on, and PQs and so forth, and then there will be hostile contested activities.
Talking about the capitals outdoors in the chaos city, what about other cities? Are there smaller villages or something like that?
You mean places like Prague and the other
Yeah, Prague or other cities or...
yeah. I like Prague.
That's Praag, not P-R-A-G.
Yeah, so that's an RBR area, isn't it?
The city of Prague is basically on the absolute perimeter of the empire and the chaos territories, and so it's literally a city. It's like West Berlin during the Cold War.
Yeah, it's one of the first key RBR areas as the empire players are going up and the chaos guys are coming down. It's one of the key battlegrounds where they first meet. So it's an RBR area with a kind of urban theme, if you like, and it's a what do you call it? Foreshadowing of what city capture is going to be like.
And so you'll actually see as you come up from one side or the other, it'll be themed accordingly. So there's like the chaotic half of that city and the more orderly side of the city, and you kind of meet in the middle, and that's really where the engagement begins. And it's door-to-door, building-to-building urban conflict.
And then there's lots of quests and story themes and stuff that back up the feeling of Prague being this war-torn kind of, Stalingrad-esque place.
But the problem